Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to their SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-5406. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. All known SCP-5406 instances are collectively held within Aquatic Containment Habitat Alpha at Site-402. Instances are to receive the standard maintenance required for their species. See Parazoology Maintenance Manual 78C. New instances are to be provided Anatine housing units upon containment/birth. Each unit is to have a numerical symbol printed on the surface, designating the instance. Description: SCP-5406 is a species of molluscoid organisms currently inhabiting large hollow rubber duck, also known as an Anatine housing unit. Observed instances range in size from approximately 10 to 12 meters in length. The rubber ducks the instances reside in are identical to each other, approximately 8 meters in height, 5 meters in length, and composed of a waterproof synthetic rubber. Utilizing the aperture constructed in the underside of the Anatine housing units, an SCP-5406 instance will use their foot appendage for aquatic locomotion. Once in a stationary position, the SCP-5406 instance retracts its foot and will protrude its head from the cavity to consume nutrients from the water. SCP-5406 instances seek nourishment from petroleum-contaminated waters. Instances glean this nourishment by ingesting up to 200 liters of contaminated water per hour. Enzymes within the SCP-5406 instance break down and absorb the petroleum within the water before expelling the excess and now clean fluid. Discovery: on July 20th, 2018, the Fukuoka Prefectural Police, or the FPP, received several reports of large rubber ducks approaching the city and congesting waterways. During their investigation, the FPP was contacted by the Fukuoka Fun Factory, which claimed that 25 of their 50 rubber duck flotation units had been stolen from their enclosure on an inlet of Hakata Bay. The first SCP-5406 instance was discovered when a local fishing boat attempted to remove a rubber duck from the inlet. Foundation Assets intercepted the police report regarding the incident, which included photographic evidence of SCP-5406. In conjunction with the prefecture government, the investigation was reallocated to Foundation Assets. Foundation investigative agents were sent to investigate the civilian company known as the Fukuoka Fun Factory for possible connection to the origin of SCP-5406. A total of 54 SCP-5406 instances were found within the factory's aquatic enclosure. Genetic analysis indicated that SCP-5406 is an undiscovered relative of the modern Alpalacophora, mutated through continuous exposure to the factory's waste products, most of which were petroleum-based. Through litigious and financial pressure, the Foundation forced the factory to sell their manufacturing facility as well as the aquatic enclosure. After significant modification, Site-402 was established on the property and Aquatic Containment Habitat Alpha around the aquatic enclosure. Site-402 report. Site-402 functions as a containment facility for SCP-5406 instances as well as a manufacturing facility for Anatine housing units required by new instances. The public branch of Site-402, the Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project, is responsible for securing civilian contracts to expurge petroleum-related aquatic contamination sites. Once a contract is secured, a Foundation concealment team will secure the perimeter of the contamination site and prevent civilian observation of the purging process. Aquatic transportation vessel Calypso-1 will transport the required number of instances to the site, at which time it will release them. A temporary containment net will be established around the instances until completion of the purging process. Once the process is complete, the instances are returned to Site-402. In conjunction with the Department of External Affairs, the Solution for Contaminated Petroleum Project collaborates with municipal governments to carry out Solemnitas Protocols. The Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project is to organize public events in coastal regions heavily affected by petroleum-based pollution. Foundation front company Sakura's Celebrations and Parades is to act as an intermediary between the Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project and public businesses. Sakura's Celebrations and Parades is to solicit local vendors to provide food and beverages to civilians in the area. In addition, portable restroom facilities, child-friendly attractions, alcohol vendors, and other local event-oriented businesses are to be employed. During the event, SCP-5406 instances will be monitored at all times, with a perimeter established to prevent civilians from directly accessing the instances. As the day continues, Foundation personnel operating small boats surrounding the instances are slowly herd them away from civilian population centers. The SCP-5406 instances are then to be collectively gathered and stored within aquatic transportation vessel Calypso-1 and returned to Site-401. Under no circumstances is the biological nature of an SCP-5406 instance to be revealed, and will remain known as rubber duck flotation units housing a cutting-edge water purification system. The Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project have completed the Solemnitas protocols in the following cities. And here are the cities and how many times it's been completed. Keelung City, Taiwan, twice. Kaohsiung City, Taiwan, once. Fukuoka, Japan, once. Incheon, South Korea, twice. Yosu, South Korea, once. Seoul, South Korea, 3 times. Sydney, Australia, twice. As payment, the Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project collects 40% of all proceeds earned during Solemnitas protocols. The Solutions for Contaminated Petroleum Project earns Site-402 an annual budget surplus of approximately $45 million, far exceeding the $5 million annual cost of operations. Due to the financial and ecological benefits of the program, Site-402 has been approved to continue operations until 2030, at which time its status will be re-evaluated. So, these are mollusks that live in giant rubber ducks, and due to mutations in their habitat, can consume and purify petroleum-tainted water. Still, this is a beneficial SCP, and as such, is another interesting one. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's document reading. Thank you so much for listening or watching. And my name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I will see you next week with another document review. Bye.